Look at these beauties. I have amazing nail estate to work with, but I have 50% more real estate than I realized. The underside. Take a look at these beauties. I'm going to have fun creating these today. Let's get started. I just created these beautiful, long, almond-styled stiletto type nails. We just did it in the, what was that video, cameraman, that I do so many.
Jelly nails.
Oh, that was such a fun video. I had so much fun creating that. So I have the clear on now, and it's see-through to create that jelly nail look. But I realized when I was playing with them, I was having so much fun doing the underside. So I want to show you that beautiful look that I created. So these are long, clear gel nails, and I have painted the nail. It's seeing through because it's clear. I painted on this side, this color on all of them, okay? That was this color here. So it has about 2 coats of this color on underneath. And then I use the white, and I've got the white on all the white nails. Now the white is huge. I'm gonna start with that to show you. I love this buttercream stuff. In fact, this is Light Elegance. I really actually love working with this product. So I got a few tools that I'm gonna use. This one is this long skinny brush. So you need a long kind of flowy brush to go with this. And I'm also gonna use an assortment of dotting tools. Okay, I'm gonna get my specs on. And I'm just going to get my little trusty alcohol pad ready. So when you're working with the buttercream, if you just give it a bit of a stir, it just kind of helps make it a little bit more workable, a little bit more runny, you might say. Put that dirty little dotting tool away. Okay, now I'm going to do the underside. Now, this is a stamping kind of design, but I'll be honest with you. You won't be able to stamp the underside. Stamping needs a flat surface. So hand painting this is pretty crucial.
Why are you saying it's a stamping design?
Oh, because, good point. Because there's a lot of swirls on a stamping pad, it's just much easier to stamp to get that look.
Oh, okay.
But you can't do that with this because you'll actually have to go ahead and hand paint it. Because even though it may be a stamping design, you can't stamp it on here because you need a flat surface.
I like watching hand painting.
I love hand painting, but a lot of people are not that good at it.
Or have the time, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of a session when you're working with a client, we don't often have time at the end of an appointment to do any hand painting because it can be time consuming. Think about a stamp, you just doop, done.
I like the little variations you get with hand design.
That's true. It is a bit more unique. But if a client wants it, they really have to pay for it because it is your time. Okay, I'm just going to do more of that. It's really awkward. Like I say, this will be a little bit harder because it's curving in like this. You've got a real U-shaped pocket. When you're doing it this way, it's completely the opposite. So you're really kind of designing inside. A little bit awkward, I must say. I did lay down a very thin coat of top coat inside here, just to give it a bit of more of a smoother surface to draw onto. So I'll show you with the dotting tool. So with the dotting tool, I was going to bring in and do this. Just going to add a few dots on some of the ends of these swirls. Like that.
Oh yeah. looks elegant.
Yeah, dots can sometimes just really pull it together. See, it just gives it some little dimension in there. Okay, now I'm just going to continue with my little swirls. I'll try to get a little swirlier. Like I say, it's a little hard because it's concave. Let's get some little dots in there. Maybe I need to go a little tinier. Okay, I'm just going to use this tinier dotting tool. I think it's tinier. Maybe it's not. Okay, let's draw some more swirls in the pinky.
So elegant.
It's cute, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You can do actually the little dots. You could do the dots with the brush too. That might even be better, eh? Because it's just a tiny little dot.
Mm-hmm. Beauty.
Look at all that much more real estate we didn't know we had. Because it's white on the top side, you can sort of, I like doing this. It's a very, very finished look. Right down the side. I'm going to do that to all the fingers. You can even turn it and just check it. Oh, that looks good. Oh, I won't do it to that one. Oh yes, this is what I was going to do. I'm going to show you. It's going to get a little jiggy. Because when we do the photos, we do the other side, of course, the finished side that we normally present. But these photos are also going to have the underside. I thought I would do the top side as well, a nice little design to complement this underside so we can photograph both sides. Okay, so on the top side, and we can leave those because those are gel, so they'll be happy to just sit there for a bit. They're not going to really move.
Sag?
No.
You sure now?
Yeah, it'll just really hold.
Okay, don't bump them.
No. I want you to see the difference. See, when it's a flatter, bigger side, you can get a lot more accuracy with your design. I'm just tightening up any kind of double looking line. I like them to be quite solid.
The curves are really good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
You know me, sometimes I can sort of overdo it a little, so I'm just gonna try not to do that.
Not you. Overdo it.
Well, there's no glitter involved, so hopefully I'll control myself.
No glitter.
No.
Oh.
No glitter. Ooh, I'm gonna do a little curly Q right at the end here. cute. Okay, I'm going to stop myself right there. And I am going to add some dots though. The dots can get a little stringy, so make sure you go straight up when you leave the dot. Because otherwise the string of it will be left on the design. Sideways kind of thing.
Looking good.
I think I better leave it alone.
I would agree.
Okay, so let's give this a nuke. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I have a new lamp on the table today. This is by Kiara Sky. It's battery powered. How ingenious is this?
Oh, that's great.
I just turned on the setting that I want. It turned on the on button, and I put my hand in it, and I can just nuke it, no cord. I love this idea because cords, aesthetically, when we're shooting, the cord coming out the back is kind of a pain. I don't really like that.
Or you just think it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it just doesn't look good. I just don't like the way it looks, but it's very functioning, of course, when you can plug your cord into work. Sometimes when you're at your desk at work, the cord gets in the way of a bunch of different things, but this is fantastic. Done, ready to go. Love it. Okay.
You got to do the underside too, don't you?
Oh yes, good thinking, Karen. We're not used to doing the underside, are we? Yes, I have to nuke the underside, of course. So yes, give it a 30-second nuke on the underside. You want to cure that.
You could even cure your nails in the car, I suppose, couldn't you, then, with the battery?
Oh, you mean if I took this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not just in the car. You have to take your light.
Oh, no, yeah.
Well, I don't know why you just picked the car. You could cure it anywhere as long as you have.
Take it camping, I think.
As long as you have your battery, yeah.
You could do your nails camping.
Yes, you could. Oh, I'll try it. Okay. So I'm going to get this. Okay, I'm just going to grab that French bikini color back again. And I'm going to make some swirls on top of the white. So when we do that picture of this side, it'll be beautiful. Now, if you're not really skilled at drawing, honestly, these are just S's. They're just S's and C's together. So the letter S and the letter C just kind of all swirled. Okay. I am going to put some dots in there. Just sort of finish some of those end of swirls. So when you see that little stringy bit, do you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so don't go way too quick like I did on that one. It'll draw that little string and sort of snap off, and then it'll go on to your design. But if you come straight off, it'll go back into itself. See how the dots just sort of finish it? And if you press harder, you're going to get a bigger dot. You press lighter, you get a tinier dot.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So if you're a little heavy-handed, you're going to get some big dots. Sometimes it's just hard to judge the distance. You don't know until you hit it. Okay, so I am going to nuke that, and I might, look at that, battery-powered light. That is so cool. I wish you could see that. That's pretty cool looking. Okay, so I'm going to give that 30 seconds, and I think I might go over it again to make the orangey color a little bit stronger. White has to have very strong pigment in the gel to get that really dense color, right? To get that strong coverage. And this, even though it's fluorescent, it's strong. It has a bit more of a see-through than the white. So I'm just going to go over. Now this can be hard because you're trying to go over something you've already done freehand. So I've really got a steady hand and try to go over my work.
So it's a little bit see-through, transparent, so that's why it looks lighter when you have a thin...
Yeah, and anything that you make a little bit thinner of, it's not going to be quite as strong a pigment. It's going to look thinner and lighter. You can see it is actually darkening up, isn't it? Mm-hmm. With the second coat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to carefully go over each and every one. You know, it's funny, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking of a whole other design. And sometimes you don't really know a design until you start playing. That's kind of coming out nice. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to be as accurate because if I'm doing myself, I guess I could do this. Can you see that, cameraman, if I do this?
Oh, yeah, I can.
It was a tough angle for me to be that accurate, and I was messing up. This helps me be a little bit more accurate, but I'm going to gunk that other finger. I haven't nuked it. You know what happens if I don't nuke it?
Please nuke it. I love it.
I'm gonna gunk it. This is a bit runnier, so I feel like it's moving a bit more. So it's looking good. It's just making it, as it settles, the gel settles a little bit, it's starting to get the lines a little bit wider, and I don't want that. I wanted them to look quite thin. So I'm gonna nuke it now before it starts to move a little bit too much, right? And you're only noticing it.
It would spread, you're saying?
Yeah. Very, very little. Some products will really spread, but this is just spreading a tiny little bit, just enough to take it from a super thin line to a little bit thicker. I don't want it to get too thick. Look at that. Okay, so let's get a top coat on it. And that's going to pull the whole design together. And now I'm going to nuke it. It's pretty. So I'm going to nuke that for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the underside as well, just to secure that gel that's all swirled underneath as well. Oh, I don't need this for that. I can just do the underside. So when you do the underside of the gel, you don't want to flood to the tip of your finger. You don't want to gather any polish in there. So be really careful. Do very, very thin coat. I sort of start in the middle and then slide back a bit to the cuticle, because with gravity, it's going to fall a bit anyway, and it's going to fall off the post of your brush into the brush. So it's going to flood a little bit naturally anyway. So be really, really careful. It's really icky when you get too much in there.
Does it feel bad or?
It can. The product shrinks when it cures, so you can feel it on the tip of your finger kind of sitting on there or shrinking a little as it cures. So for some people, they don't really care, and some people are like annoyed horribly. Every client is different and what might bother them. Yeah. And you don't want it to be bulky under there. And if there's a little ledge under there, as it grows away, as your natural nail is growing away, that little ledge could become a little bit of a gap, and you could catch things under there. You don't want to do that. Oops, go in there upside down. I almost forgot. I'm not used to going in there upside down. So this is a no wipe top coat, so it's dried, it's done, it's ready to go. Okay, those are all cured, so I'm going to finish the underside of the thumb, and then we'll take a look at those reveal shots.
Man, I really like that underside look. That's great.
It is. Could you imagine like polka dots or black and red or gold, silver?
Yeah.
It's a really good use of nail estate. Oh, I love it.
Me too.
Thanks for joining us. I'll see you guys in the next video.
See ya.